Welcome to Egypt. Yes, Egypt's expedition. Ahmed didn't think he could be any hungrier. He had spent all morning helping his father tend to the crops and animals on the farmland. Ahmed's family were Felahians, so they made their living by working as farmers. The Toma family grew vegetables like corn and fruits like oranges and bananas. They ate and sowed this. It was hard work, but Ahmed was glad he could help his family when he wasn't at school. Making his way to the kitchen, Ahmed could hear his stomach growling. I hope Humi made a lot of delicious food for lunch, he said out loud. I did, his mother replied, laying the last plate on the table. I know how hard you and your father have been working, so I made a big lunch to give you energy. Shish kebab, wow! Wow, I love shish kebab, guys. Ahmed shouted in excitement. They were his favorite. He loved pulling the meat and the vegetables off of the sticks that the food was cooked on. And hummus and pitas too, his mother says. With all of this food, I will be amazed if I don't have to roll you back out into the fields. Ahmed made himself a plate of all of the food while his father came into the kitchen and did the same. He loved the shish kebabs. He loved the way the chickpeas and the spices like garlic, salt, and lemon juice mixed to make hummus so yummy. He even sometimes put it on the chicken and lamb that he pulled off the kebabs, helping himself to a second plate. Ahmed thought his mother was right. She might have to roll him back out to the farm after all. So good shish kebab. Ahmed's family lived several miles away from Cairo, Egypt's capital, in a place called Nile Valley. This was an area right along the Nile River, the longest river in the world. It ran the entire length of Egypt and even into surrounding countries too. The area around the river is good soil for growing crops. This is important because 9% of the land in Egypt is desert, which makes it uninhabitable. Marhaban, Mr. Donkey, Ahmed greeted the animal as he returned to his work. How are you? Would you like to go to the marketplace today? The donkey gave him a hee-haw. Ahmed wasn't sure if that was a yes or a no. His father, however, had the answer. Unfortunately, my son, he said, we will not go to the market today. There's too much work to be done. Ahmed sighed. He loved going to the marketplace where the villagers would show off their colorful fruits and vegetables so that people would buy them. Red tomatoes, green cabbage, purple eggplants, yellow potatoes. He loved being surrounded by such color. And the people in the marketplace were always so friendly too. The spice merchants liked to gaggle or bargain over prices, but it was all in good fun. Ahmed especially liked Rashid, who sold fish caught in the Red Sea. He always gave Ahmed a snack and told him a joke when he came around. Ahmed's father could see his son was disappointed. I'll tell you what, he said as he picked up a farming tool. Because we cannot go to the market today, I will let you about our country I will tell you about our country many years ago. Ahmed was interested. He joined his father in the work. What do you mean, he asked. How long ago? Ancient Egypt, his father began. That is why we get so many tourists each year. They want to see for themselves the mysteries that Egypt holds. Have you learned much about ancient Egypt in school? Ahmed shrugged his shoulder. Not too much yet. Can you teach me, father? His father nodded. We can start with the Great Pyramid. Do you know those? Of course, Ahmed replied. They are the huge triangle structures built on the outskirts of Cairo. I've never known what they are for, though. Well, Ahmed's father explained, ancient Egyptians were people of very strong faith who believed that life after death would go on forever. So they built these pyramids as burial chambers, often for pharaohs. Wow, Ahmed exclaimed. Wait, what's a pharaoh? An Egyptian king. Like King Tut, Ahmed was excited. He was familiar with young Egyptian rulers, so people from around the world would come to see the famous pyramids. They also come to see the Sphinx. His father said, do you know the Sphinx? What animals is a Sphinx made of? Ahmed didn't know. A donkey and a fish? His father laughed. No, a sphinx is a creature with the head of a human and the body of a lion. In Egypt, there's a great sculpture of Sphinx near the pyramid. Is it as big as a pyramid? Ahmed asked. It is not as tall, his father answered, but it is very large, 72 feet high and 164 feet long. That is impressive architecture for a structure built almost 5,000 years ago. Ahmed's jaw dropped. It was hard to imagine how big those numbers could be, but at 4 feet tall, he knew that they were huge. So cool, he said. That is the history of our country. No wonder people like to visit. His father nodded. Yes, we have a rich history, but we have an equally rich culture as well, son. Egypt is a big mixture of ancient and modern. We are a part of the 21st century, but we have not lost our roots. Ahmed considered for a moment. I would love to be taller, he said suddenly, thinking I would ever be as tall as the Sphinx. Oh, his father laughed. That would be a sight to see. Probably not likely, but he added, if you keep eating the way you did at lunch, who knows? Thank you. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day.